Tell me, what is it you plan to do with your one wild and precious life? So thanks so much for listening to the last video. And obviously it piqued your interest a little bit. You know, I've just always been passionate about living a really magnificent life. And I wonder about you. What is it that you're really looking for? I know we're always looking for love. I know that time is of the essence. Being with our family, traveling the world, making a wonderful income so that we can do those things, and really being creative. How is it that you're bringing your magnificent life into being? And that's why we're here together now. So let's begin. I was a ballet dancer at first. That was my first career. And then I went into energy medicine. Why did I go into that? Because my mother suffered so much when I was a child. And it broke my heart. And I wanted to find ways to help people thrive that were natural, that were good, that weren't the Western medical way, which I saw not working. And I had a healing center. I had my own energy healing practice. And then I had a bankruptcy. My healing center in the wild Rocky Mountains, it didn't fly. It was too far ahead of its time, and it was a good vision, but I didn't have the grounding financially to really make it work. So I was left with nothing in terms of money, but I had 3 kids to take care of, and life was, hard. It was scary, and I really asked for something. Let me do what I'm here to do. But I gotta make a living too. I know it's about health and healing. I know it's about helping alleviate the suffering on our planet and uplift the human spirit. And that was when this company Nikken showed up in my life. I had a background in Asian medicine. I knew already that we are energy. We are made of energy. So when I found this company, I was intrigued. I had a back injury, it got better. And then I learned about Mr. Masuda, the founder of the company, a very spiritual man who had a tremendous vision to help our world with the simple application of nature. You see, we are nature, we're part of nature, but we have actually divorced ourselves from nature, and we need to heal that rift. We need to marry nature again. And that's working with the frequencies of the elements, the 4 elements, earth, air, fire, and water. So that's what Nikken does. And Mr. Masuda was the beginning of that. Now, the philosophy really got my attention too, because it wasn't just health in the body. It was about the 5 pillars of health. Healthy body, yes, we need that to do what we want to do. Healthy mind, we need that to make things happen in our world. Healthy family, really all parts of the family being healthy. Healthy society, that's our work in the world, our gifts, our service to humanity. And healthy finances too. That's really critical, isn't it, as well? Now, I had spent a lot of time working with the healthy body and the healthy mind, the healthy family, and the healthy society piece. For me, the missing piece, and maybe for you it's different, was the financial. So that was my gap. I don't know which yours is, but all 5 are really critical. Wouldn't you agree? It's so important that we have balance in these areas. So I got very excited by the philosophy. So then I had to look into the technologies, and oh yes, they worked. They're simple, they're non-invasive, they're non-chemical. They have no side effects. How many side effects do you hear on every advert for a drug these days? We want things that are effective, highly effective, but have no side effects. And these technologies were easy to use, to implement. If you sleep on a Nikken sleep system. If you drink water, drink our water, not that water. If you breathe air, breathe the Nikken air versus other air. It's important. These are basic things of life that are so underestimated. We have to empower our life system, our light body. We are made of light. We've got to empower it, strengthen it. So everybody needs that, and it comes from nature. When you're out in nature, you know how good you feel out in nature. So that's what these technologies do. They help us to thrive. And that makes me so happy, because I see what's happening with our children and our children's children. They are suffering. They are physically weak. They're not feeling good. Mentally, they can't focus. Emotionally, they're sad, they're depressed. We have some serious problems, but they can be fixed so easily by bringing nature back. So that's what Niken's technologies do. They bring nature back into our lives so that we can feel harmonious, calm, focused, energized, youthful, vibrant, radiant. That I want to bring to the world. That is exciting, and we need it. Now, when you have technologies that everybody needs but nobody has, how do you get it out there? What's the mechanism? Well, word of mouth advertising is the most powerful way to get a message across because there's trust built. You know, you have a friend, she says there's a super new restaurant down the road. You'll go to it on her recommendation because you trust her. And that's appropriate, that's right. So Niken chose a way of working that would be working with word of mouth. You know, with social media, that we're all liking things, sharing things, and people ask us to like and share, and we're happy to do that when we believe in what that person is bringing forward. And that reminds me, don't forget, by the way, to go to my YouTube channel and sign up for that. Subscribe to that. You'll find some very interesting videos on there. Over 200 of them about Niken. Testimonials, business, products, philosophy, all of it's there. So since you're at the computer, how about liking me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and then LinkedIn, of course. So let's talk about the healthy finances piece. This is a piece that a lot of us struggle with, and I know I have struggled with it in my own life. A lot of the problems that we face is because the strategy we're using to create money isn't a very healthy or effective strategy. For instance, many people are employees, or they're trading time for money. They're trading time for money, and it's ineffective. Why? Because you run out of time. You don't have enough time to make the kind of income that you deserve. But yet, about 97% of the population do it. And I get it, and I've done it myself, but I also see the limitations, and I'm sure you do too. Now, the second way to make money is to invest money. Doesn't always work, it is a gamble. The problem with investing money to make money is you've got to have money to make money. And that's correct. If you're really going to make a lot through investments, you've got to really start strong. So that leaves a lot of people out of that game, which I think is really a shame. People can't play because they can't start. The third way to make money is leveraging time and compounding effort. Now, this is a very powerful strategy. This is about building networks. This is what the wealthiest people on the planet do. It's like this. John Paul Getty, you probably have heard of him, very famous oil tycoon, said, "I would rather have 1% of 100 people's efforts than 100% of my own." So how does this look? You'll see it happening online more and more, where people are really finding and attracting their tribe, their people, the people they resonate with, the people that have the same interests, the same type of consciousness. People who really want to transform the world are the people I love to work with. So it's about attracting and building that team, that tribe, that is all moving in a direction of a noble purpose. How do we attract a tribe, and how do we get paid for building that tribe? Well, this is where Niken chose the brilliance of network marketing. Now, I know network marketing used to be considered strange, but not anymore. I was nervous about network marketing, and I'm going to tell you I love it. And I'm going to tell you why. Because when I was a kid, I loved playing games. Card games, Monopoly, and I was good at them. What I understood by the age of 12 was that I loved to win, but I didn't like winning against somebody who was losing. I learned this in my family. I'd win at Monopoly and have all those hotels, and my sisters would be bankrupt. And they weren't very happy with me. So then I started thinking, I would like to create a game where everybody could win. Then there wouldn't be any competition, you'd just be competing with yourself to be the best you can be. Now, I didn't know that game existed until I found network marketing. And I was like, this is what I've always imagined. Now, I'll also tell you from ballet. I was with the Royal Ballet and Dutch National Ballet. It was highly competitive. I loved performing. I loved so much of it. But what was challenging for me was that I was always competing with other women, sometimes my very best friend for a part. And that rankled on me. That didn't jive for me. I wanted to win, and I wanted you to win. Now, how could I do that? So when I found network marketing, especially with this company, I was passionate about bringing this forward finding my tribe. So when I found that this was the model that Nikken was utilizing to get the word out there to everyone that what we had was what we all need, I felt so excited that I could put my focus on helping others win, and I could win as well. So I understand if you've had trepidation in the past, because we so don't understand what network marketing really is and we're scared. But because of social media, because of the boom in things like Facebook, we are now really understanding that liking and sharing is a good thing if it's something you believe in. And in our business, you can help people to become free. Almost everyone I know has worked in Nikken, who's made millions like myself, is they wanted freedom. But not just freedom for themselves, freedom for others. This is about being able to be of service in the world, to be a servant leader, bringing something really valuable to the marketplace, to people that is truly needed, and being able to create wealth through that. What would you do with a few $1 million in your bank account? I think for most of us, it's about experiences, traveling the world. Have you traveled the world? Have you been able to go to places like Australia, New Zealand, Hawaii, Fiji, Jamaica, Europe? So that has been a beautiful aspect of having wealth, is that you get to have these experiences that you may not have been able to have, and the time to enjoy it. What are the things that you've wanted to do that you haven't had the time to do? Learn an instrument, climb mountains. In fact, there are infinite possibilities. For me, I wanted the freedom and the autonomy to be able to choose, to work for myself, not work for anybody else. I don't like working for people that I don't like. Do you? It's not fun. No. Why should we do that? Because we have to? No, we don't. We have to open our minds to new ways so that you can live a really, truly authentic, bright, beautiful life where you're bringing your gifts, you're bringing your genius forward. We all deserve a magnificent life, and I want you to have that. So maybe we do this together, and maybe we don't. Maybe this speaks to you, and maybe it doesn't, and it's all okay. Because I hope that I've encouraged you to think of new ways of living life, new ways to stay healthy, new ways to create wealth for yourself and your family. It's worth it. Does it take work? Of course it takes work. Joyous, passionate work. Find your people, find your tribe, and do what you love to do. And I'll see you at the top of the mountain.